Good morning. This marks the beginning of our trip to South Dakota. It's currently 1:30 in the morning. I have not gone downstairs to talk to my mom yet. We were supposed to get up at 2, but heard her get up at like 1:15. I got up to pee, so I'm gonna go downstairs and say hi to her now. Buenos dias, muchachalatas. I started vlogging already.
Hello.
We have coffee being made. Also, my mom put on her whiteboard South Dakota.
I got up exactly at 1. It's now 2:15 in the morning. We're ready to pack the car and go. We're having our coffee. And today, we're gonna head out. We're on our trip to South Dakota, and we're gonna hit Kent State, and then a waterfall, because Brian's never seen a waterfall.
Wrong.
I thought you said you never saw a waterfall.
No, I've seen one.
Where?
Buttermilk Falls.
Oh, okay. And then the Indiana Dunes National or State Park. It's so that he can see one of the Great Lakes. We're gonna stop by Lake Michigan.
And those are the 3 we're hitting today.
Yeah, that's the plan. And then drive past that if we can. That's 11 hours. Who knows where we may stop. And then tomorrow is a shorter day, like 5 hours of driving. So we could drive towards South Dakota that day. Or we could stop early here, stop short of that, and put that on the first thing. I've had an hour and a half of sleep, so I'm good.
That's your fault.
I know. Well, I'm good, okay? So, I think.
Knock, knock.
I know, really.
This is like the first real vacation that I'm going on.
I know. And this is something I went, oh God, it was 30 years ago.
God, you're old.
Yeah, I am. But I've always wanted to do this with Brian since he was little. It's just one of those things that, I don't know, it's my favorite state, South Dakota. It was the first place I stopped that you went, oh my God, look at this. And it was the Badlands. So I have a special place in my heart for the Badlands. All right, guys. See you on the road.
Okay, we have packed up the car. I believe, are ready to go. We have just about everything we need.
Just about everything. What did we forget?
That's a good point.
Oh, look what I remembered. My sister sent me oh, you can't see it. It's a flag pin in the shape of a heart.
I can zoom in on it in post.
Okay.
I could do anything I want in post, actually.
Okay.
I could make fart noises in post.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Let's go! So it's about 5:30 and my mom has shared wonderful news with me.
What news?
We're halfway to Kent State.
Oh.
How are you feeling? How are you doing so far?
Me? I've wanted to close my eyes the whole time. But I haven't.
I'm glad you have not closed your eyes yet.
I'm very excited to show you these things, for you to experience this, to go on a road trip like this, to go on a real vacation, to find a hotel, just lay in bed and go, oh my God, I'm so exhausted, sleep in.
So I am excited to go to Kent State. I think it is an interesting visit. We can talk about it later. I'm also excited to see the waterfall today.
Get some pictures.
Yeah. I haven't done photography in a while.
Me either.
You have a macro, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can't wait to take some nice pictures of my ass with the macro lens. I'll take some nude photos on the waterfall.
You could be like Fabio in the waterfall. Just your ass showing.
I could have like the mist covering my
Genitalia.
my genitalia. That'd be so funny.
That would actually be
It would be hilarious, yeah. So we have just entered Ohio. I did end up taking a nap earlier. That's the only exciting news.
5.5 hours.
Yes, it's
to get to
currently
Ohio.
8:15 a.m.
And 5 cups of coffee.
For her. I had about 1.5. As usual. So we have a bit less than a half hour to go until we hit Kent State. I would just like to highlight how absolutely exhausted I am after taking a nap. I only got, I think, 2 hours of sleep and you got an hour and a half. We are very much on minimal sleep right now. I'm already thinking about the hotel we're gonna be in tonight because I'm just that tired. And it's only 8:30 a.m.
Laying down and sleeping.
It's gonna be amazing. Oh my god.
And let's face it, we have been on the road 5 hours, right? 8 hours. No, 6 hours.
7 hours.
No,
6 hours.
hours.
You're right.
Yeah, a little punchy.
Yeah,
6 hours.
we are tired.
Does not feel like 6 hours.
No, it doesn't feel like 6 hours.
Not at all.
But I still feel very tired.
I'm very excited about the waterfall. I take as much time there as you need. And he'll be naked.
Yes, completely nude, cock and balls out to the world.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Hee-hoo. So this is who we have driving. Thank God there's nobody else around because we would definitely get into an accident. She's right on the line. I don't think you can get worse than that, to be honest. There's also deer here, just kind of chilling on the path. So I'd like to take this segment of the vlog and give a shout out to my friend Jack and all the people in the Terriops Discord.
Sorry. In 1970, President Nixon invaded Cambodia, and there were protests all over the country, campuses. On May 1st, they started a rally here protesting the war, and it lasted till the 4th when the National Guard came in and 4 students were killed. It was a very sad day, and it's still a marker for the division between pro-Vietnam and anti-Vietnam, the peace protesters and those who support it. It wasn't even a war. So I just thought it was really important to come here and visit. You know, when you physically go somewhere and see something, it ingrains itself in your mind more than if you just talk about it. This was our first stop. Kind of sad reading it, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, you're here and you just imagine these people protesting. One of the people that was shot was 245 yards away, which is 2.5 football fields. So it was just a stray shot. There was something like 60 to 70 bullets that were fired in 13 seconds. So those 4 people were killed in a matter of a 13-second shooting. Just amazing to think about.
One thing that I did want to kind of discuss was that I think a lot of people tend to forget the severity of certain things as far as the numbers when it comes to people dying. We just see them as a statistic, and a lot of times we don't think twice about it. But it kind of struck me when we were there that, you know, just the thought of being on campus as somebody that like attended college, seeing 4 people dying in front of you by being shot by the military it's shocking. Like it was a weird thing that I never really take into account when I'm listening to the news or when I was in history class and they were like, you know, this was a war where this many people died. And I go to Kent State, my first reaction is, well, you know, a lot more people died in the American Revolution. 4 is still 4 people.
Significant.
Yeah.
Well, I think the other thing too is you learn so much in history books and you've got to create it in your mind. They tell you, but when you're at Kent State and it's right in front of you and you know it happened right here, you're physically in the space.
And when you see a college campus around
and because you can relate to a college campus, it's not like you're 11 years old and in 7th grade. You're going to be 21. Like you've been on college campuses. You know what it's like.
It's
when
like
people are
if
around.
somebody today died like me while I was on campus.
Yep.
And I think just the appreciation of knowing something like that happened.
And can happen.
Yeah.
And does still happen.
It kind of puts the world in a new perspective, even though it was something that happened, what, 50 years ago?
History repeats itself. It always does. And as much as technology changes, human nature does not change. There will always be those pro-war and those who are pro-peace.
Also, we're shooting this after we went to the Brandywine Falls, and I'm absolutely sweating my ass off.
Because he made me turn off the AC because we're doing it in the car with all the windows closed. So, yes. All right. My hair's already curling from the humidity.
Me too. All right, so we have just arrived at Brandywine Falls, Ohio, which I have declared the perfect place to strip nude and show the world what I'm made of, which is a lot of flesh and a humble amount of penis.
It's the Cuyahoga Valley National Park.
I am going to call it the Brandywine Falls. Got any nose hairs?
Hey.
So as you can see, I have my backpack on, which we have our camera. Lorraine's got the tripod. Getting back into photography. I'm really excited about that.
There's a boardwalk and there's a falls. All right, let's
Hope
follow
I don't
this
fall.
down. Do you want to ask them? I'll ask them. Want me to ask them?
All right, she's gonna go ask them.
Oh my God. I'm so excited. I hope this is cool. Ooh, it's not the swinging
Permit
bridge.
required for wedding-related events. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
They won't be able to stop me if I try to marry a squirrel. I've realized that a lot of the vlog
Oh my
so
God,
far
listen.
has been really boring, but I want to make the vlog a little more exciting now that we're actually getting on with stuff. I'm thinking taking my clothes off is going to be the highlight of the vlog. I'm not actually taking off my clothes. This is a national park. I don't want to be a registered sex offender.
Really?
Can you imagine how much of a sex offender I would be?
Oh my God, you'd be the sexiest of sex offenders.
I'd be the sexiest offender. There was a guy that was making a joke about wanting an elevator, so I told him he could jump. I thought that was pretty funny. Oh wow, you can really see it. I'm actually gonna show it. That looks pretty cool. We got a spider here, and this dumbass goes, "You think it's a bird?"
I did not. You ass. I did not.
Oh. All right, so here we've got the waterfall. I honestly don't know if you'd be able to hear me. So we went and saw the falls, and now here's my mom taking pictures, as she do. Any more nose hairs? So we just finished at the falls, and as I'm sure you can see, my hair is getting progressively more frizzy as the day goes on because it is very humid out. There's bathrooms here, but they're only porta-johns, and I'm debating whether or not I want to go in one because they're really hot in there. But I don't want to have to stop and pee on the road. I gotta make a decision. I'm driving now. I'm probably gonna be driving for like 3 hours.
And then we're gonna stop. We're gonna, wherever we are, we're gonna get a hotel and just stop and rest. Brian wants to work out. God bless him. Hi, people. Hi. Miss me?
Any nose hairs?
I know. Would you cut that out? The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Nose hair up there or what?
So we decided to stop at a hotel.
Early.
It kind of looks like a motel, but the room is actually really nice.
Woo!
It's been so long since I've been in a hotel
Oh my
bed.
God, this bed is actually comfortable.
The quality of this hotel surprises me for the way the exterior looks.
Yeah, there is a pool.
There is a pool, yeah. There's no treadmill, but the lady at the front desk said there was parks and fairgrounds, so probably go for a run. It's like 2:30 now. We're gonna go to the diner across the street, get something to eat, and then we're gonna go to the park, and then I'm gonna go for a run, and she's gonna walk. Also, I've been feeling a lot of muscles up in my pecs coming in from working out. And I have to say, it's feeling pretty swaggy. I'm gonna show them the swan dive. Get your big ass nose in the frame.
Shut up.
You're ruining the shot.
Shut up.
With all those nose hairs. We were supposed to drive until like 3, but we ended up stopping early because this was right here.
Yeah, and
So-
it's what I could find,
Yeah.
and I said, I think we should stop. I know he wants to run. I know he wants to edit. I know he wants to nap. I know he wants to
I'm
eat.
probably not gonna nap. I'm probably gonna do everything I have to, and then if anything, go to bed early.
Okay. And I'm just going to follow along.
And look pretty, because that's your job.
Oh my God.
I do the heavy lifting,
Thank
you
you.
just sit there and be pretty.
Does that mean you unpacked the car?
Fuck, I guess.
You stepped in it.
I did.
Let's go.
Now I gotta wipe it on the mat.